Hello, everybody. It's Charles Kent, and this is the start of year two. Actually, yeah,
Yeah.
we started last year. I think somewhere around the 7th of July, and we made it through without killing each other,
That's
without
right.
killing our videographer, or saying anything ugly, or being censored. We made it to a whole year, and now I don't know whether you watch these shows or not. There've been 52 of them. You take your pick. They've been good ones. I
Yeah.
think they've been informative.
Me too.
Miss Chestnut. So today we're going to give you a preview of a email that I'm going to send out to all the people I have emails on, telling people about what I think, in my view, uh, partly about 90%, the other part's Mr. Chestnut's with grants, how Fairmont state of the community is. Now the president can do that. When he does it once a year, he goes over to Congress and they hoot and holler and
Yeah.
applause and they kick people out of the place, that kind of thing. But I do mine online, and I'm gonna let Miss Chestnut do a lot of the talking. But I'm gonna tell you right now, you know, whether you are a political person or not, whether you keep up with what's going on in Fairmont or not, whether you just get up in the morning and drive to Lumberton to work or go to the beach or whatever, we're in a pretty good shape.
I agree.
We don't have the problems that some towns have, either internally or externally.
Correct.
And we got some problems.
Of course.
Every town does. Yeah, don't let me say that we don't. We do have some problems. We have infrastructure problems because we're 118 years old. We've got financial problems because we're a small town and we don't have the population and we don't have the numbers that get us the money. We got infrastructure problems. We got houses that are old and people died and they moved to Detroit and they could care less. They gave it to their grandnieces, nephews, cousins,
Yeah.
aunt, uncle, and they don't care about Fairmont because they live in Newark, New Jersey. We got some problems, but we got some great stuff going on too.
Yes, sir.
We've got a vibrant downtown. We've got events, activities. We've got a wonderful staff led by a wonderful town manager. I've been in government 45 and a half years. I defy anybody to prove I'm wrong when I say this statement. Mr. Chestnut is probably the best government official that I've ever worked with. He's knowledgeable, he's intelligent, he's committed. I can't believe the man drives 3 hours a day to come to work and go home. I'm blown away by that. But the state of the, if you are on my email list, you're going to get from me on Thursday a whole email about, in categories, about the state of the union. But Mr. Chestnut, why don't you break it down for them and tell them from your perspective what you think the state of Fairmont is right now on July the 8th, 2025.
Mr. Mayor, and for our listeners out there, I am happy to be where we are right now in the town of Fairmont when it comes to the state of our community. You alluded to, quite a few things that may not be the best, that we have issues, but you're right. Those are issues that are all across our country when it comes to housing, infrastructure, community development, code enforcement, and we have worked hard. We continuously work hard on improving our town. The message I would like to leave with our citizens is that we're in a good place with a very good board, a very excellent staff, and I'm here as part of the ride for the future. Some of the things that we have tried hard on and it's been quite successful on and it's quite fluid is our business environment and our downtown. We're constantly seeing movement, which is good uh, because the interest is maintained. The interest in coming to Fairmont has literally, to me, and you and I have had conversations with people that come in this room who wants to be here, who wants to do business here, who wants to establish things here. So as we move forward and look at all the great things we got going on with business incubation, our new town hall coming, um, infrastructure projects, we're now to the easement phase of our $15 million sewer rehab grant. So you're gonna start seeing a bunch of stuff dug up all across town to rehab our aging sewer. So there's lots of things going on. Myself and my public works director was out in the community this morning looking at ways to enhance drainage in our town. But really being in a good place, being postured for 2030. I think the growth is here. I know the interest and the appetite for growth and things that we need are definitely here, Mr. Mayor.
And there's another thing too. Ms. Chestnut didn't mention it, and it was just an oversight because he's locked on to it. We don't know where yet. We don't know what it's going to look like. But our youth
Yes.
is leaving us left and right. I taught high school for 44 years in 2 states in 3 different high schools. And every single senior that I've ever talked to, within a week or 2 of their graduation, always said to me the same thing. I can't wait to get my diploma in my hand, and I could guarantee you I could finish their sentence for them, and have many times, because I'm leaving, because I'm getting out of here. And the reason is, in those towns like Fairmont, Dillon, Lakeview, other small towns, there's nothing for them to do.
That's right.
They want the excitement, they want the thrill, they want the bright lights and the activities.
Yeah.
And it's not here.
Most
It will never be here. It never has been here.
Correct.
That's not where we are.
Yeah.
But we need a place for young people to gather. And Mr. Chestnut has a wonderful plan that he's gonna be announcing very soon about a youth center.
Yeah.
I started a youth center in 1970, along with my friend Charles Williamson, my dear friend who passed away about 2 months ago, the late Charles Williamson, and we had it on Thompson Street, and it was a wonderful place for 3 years. And then I had to move on and become recreation director, and then I opened a business, and one thing led to another, and we had to close it. We need a place for young people to gather,
Yes,
socialize, and activities.
Most definitely. Definitely a priority, and I think we'll see great headway on it over the next few months. I really believe that. But it also leads to a bigger conversation because we don't have a youth center here now, we still have our youth here.
Oh yeah.
That's a plus. But there's also a growing disconnect of our young adults in this town because they don't have things to do also. So
You're talking about like the early 20s.
Yes.
20 to 30 years.
Most definitely. Those really 19 to 27-year-olds.
Yeah.
We have got to put them next in line for activities, things for them to do, because we want them to grow their families here.
Yeah.
Housing is getting better as we speak. We got a couple of major projects, subdivision plans. We got a subdivision being presented this Thursday at the planning board from the former Bonaventure property down the street. So we're in a very good place. And I've shared with everyone as we've gone through this that 2025 is a year of action, and this pushes us really to the level we need to be going into 2030, Mr. Mayor.
Folks, if you want to come to Fairmont and settle here, I had a phone call this morning. It was left to me over the weekend of an individual who had business questions. And he said he found out the town on Facebook or on internet or whatever you go to. I'm not that guy, folks, but he came here and he had some business questions, and he wanted to know, and he didn't leave me his phone number, so there's no way I can call him back. I have no idea who he is, but he's an example of a lot of people who want to come to a small town where there's little crime, low taxes, friendly atmosphere, good churches. We got all of that.
Yeah.
Now,
Low cost of living.
We got a couple of warts and
Yes.
some blemishes
Yeah.
that we have to keep working on with, surgery or whatever, minor surgery, whatever it is that we have to do. But we got a wonderful community here.
Most definitely.
I defy anybody to prove that we don't. We got plenty of activities. I'm in charge of planning all of them, so I know what I'm talking about. We are the busiest little town in North Carolina.
That's correct.
If you don't, if you're listening for this and you're from Mount Olive or Rensselaer or wherever, small town, 2,500 people, you want to come to my office and we'll have a debate.
That's
We'll
right.
see who wins.
That's
But we got a lot of stuff going on here.
Most definitely.
Miss Chestnut's got his stuff going on. I got my stuff going on. We got things together. You know, we're in a good state. We're in a good condition. We're not anywhere near surgery.
No.
We
not
don't
at
need
all.
to be rolled into the emergency
That's
room.
right.
Fairmont is, you know, a Band-Aid will do.
That's right.
Band-Aid
We're definitely
will do.
not dying. Yeah, we're not a dying community. We are a active community that's really looking forward to the future.
Come live with us and see.
Please
Come
do.
visit us. We'd love to have you. My door's always open.
That's right.
Bye-bye.